Alright everybody, welcome back to a brand new PTCGO video, and today we're going to be taking a look at an Yveltal Crobat deck. So, over the weekend, Pokemon have been doing a bit of a quote-unquote Halloween special type kind of thing, where if you knock out a certain amount of Pokemon with dark types, you can get, a Gengar deck box, I think. And then if you knock out Pokemon that were weak to dark, you get like Mega Gengar or something, which I didn't actually go for just because I don't really need Mega Gengar. I want to make a Mega Gengar deck fit, but Mega Gengars are worth like 1 or 2 packs, not even, so I'm not really interested in doing that just because I don't really know what would be good. But the Gengar deck box I'll take because I actually do have the Gengar sleeves. So we're going to be looking at an Yveltal Crobat deck. So this is the deck I used to finish the daily dark knockout thing that I had to do. You know, you had to knock out a certain amount of Pokemon with your dark types, and I, of course, used the Yveltal Crobat deck to do that. So Yveltal Crobat has been a deck that's been seen play for a decent amount of time now. Not only in standard, but a bit of an not an expanded, but like it's been garnering some kind of attention, I guess. A lot of people don't like it too much, but I think it's a pretty good deck. So, Yveltal EX is very powerful. We already know what it does. It has Evil Ball, which is an extremely powerful attack. Does 20 more damage for each energy you have on it. Very, very, very strong card. And when you compare it with stuff like Bats to kind of add that damage, you can really be using Yveltal to your full advantage and making it do a lot more damage, sometimes even taking one-hit knockouts. We also run 3 baby Yveltals. This works well with Bats too, since you can add more damage to that 30 damage and adds acceleration, so baby Yveltal is nice in this deck. It's a pretty straightforward deck. Obviously, this deck kind of misses Darkrai, since Darkrai was a very good card, but it's fine. We got 1 Shaman in the deck, obviously for Shaman. So that is kind of the deck. Very simple. We got 3 baby Yveltals, 3 Yveltal EX, 4, 3 Bat Line. Very simple list. Now, we got 1 enhanced hammer, since, you know, you never know when you can use an enhanced hammer to help you out. We got 1 level ball, since, you know, you can use it to search out your bats, which you really do need. We have 1 switch, since Darkrai isn't in the format anymore, you know, kind of got to use switch. 2 Trainer's Mail. You never know when you could use a Trainer's Mail. It's just a very nice card to have in your deck. We got 4 Ultra Balls, since, you know, it's Ultra Ball. Very, you know, staple card. Same with Versus Seeker. It's a staple card. We have 1 Ace Trainer. I don't really like this card that much in this deck, but you never know when you can use Ace Trainer. You might start with a Zubat, and then they might knock you out, and then you can Ace Trainer them, and then, you know, knock them out with Yveltal or something. I don't know. I just don't really care for this card too much, but it's something that I've tried out in this deck, and I mean, it has kind of helped in the late game. We got 1 AZ just because it's always nice to get back your bats and whatnot. We got 1 Lysander, since obviously it's Lysander. We already know what that does. Staple card. Same thing with Birch's Observations. It's a staple card. We already know what that does. 4 Professor Sycamores. Like I said, staple. We got 1 Shauna. Shauna's just nice because you can draw 5 and you don't have to rely on Birch to kind of hope that you get a coin flip. 2 Shadow Circle in case we play against a Manectric deck. Shadow Circle is pretty common in these decks, obviously. This deck would probably run Verbank Laser if, obviously, we were playing in Expanded. We got 1 Silent Lab. It's just cool to play this since you don't actually run Free Flight Zubat anymore, so you can actually just run Silent Lab and just play the Silent Lab down, and then they won't be able to play their setups and whatnot, and they're going to be kind of locked from playing like Hoopa, so Silent Lab is just a very nice card to run this deck. You can honestly remove a Shadow Circle and run another Silent Lab if you really wanted to. We got 3 Muscle Band, since, you know, Muscle Band is Muscle Band, you know, pretty common card, obviously. We got 1 Head Ringer, since you can never really go wrong with Head Ringer. You can always use it to kind of disrupt your opponent a little bit. It especially helps against Yveltal because it forces them to play more energies. We do play 1 Dangerous Energy. This is a very weird addition, but it's nice because when they attack when an EX attacks your Dark type, they actually take 2 damage counters. So they take 20 damage, so that actually helps you because you can actually stack that with bats and stuff, and it can be a pretty funny combo if you can ever pull it off. Then we have 3 double colorless energies, and then we have, I should probably scroll down. Then we got 7 dark energies. And yeah, that's the Yveltal Crobat deck. Very simple deck. Very straightforward. Very nice to get that daily challenge done. So yeah, this is actually going to be the last deck I'm going to be making a video on until Breakthrough comes out, which you're probably going to be watching this on a Tuesday. So Breakthrough comes out on Wednesday. So this is going to be coming out the day after you probably watch this video. So I'm excited for Breakthrough. That's going to be a very good set. And yeah, let's go and hop into a game with this deck and see if we can make it work. Alright, let's get into the game here I got with my Yveltal Crobat deck. So we're going to be playing against Vincent to... I can't say your name. I need to stop saying that. I always say that. Like, I'll always say what deck they're playing. And looks like we're going to start with a very bad hand. Wow. That is not good. We have a terrible hand. Hopefully we can turn this around. You see my opponent plays a Trainer's Mail, so that's going to be interesting. We see him grab a Scorched Earth. I don't know what they're running. We see a Deoxys with Scorched Earth. I have no clue what I'm up against. We see them play the Scorched Earth, and we're going to see him discard a Fire. Really don't know what they're playing, but I guess we'll find out. My opponent is going to play a DC onto their Deoxys. Hopefully we top deck something here. That'd be great. We see a Birch's Observations, getting a Tails, which I guess is nice. Even though they can just do Close Encounter anyway, so it doesn't matter. And we'll probably just see him play a Close Encounter. We see another Trainer's Mail. Really don't know what my opponent's playing. We see him grab an Ultra Ball, so maybe they're going to grab maybe a Shaman with that. We'll see what happens. I just really wish I could get a good top deck going here. That would be great. Hopefully we top deck something, because this hand is really bad. We see an Ultra Ball game. We have an Evo Soda and a Blacksmith. I still have no clue what I'm up against. So yeah, that's going to be fun. We see, yep, there's a Shaman. So they're going to play that down. Yeah, I just don't know what they're running here. And we'll see what else they play down. Will they play down anything else? No, we just see a Close Encounter for 2 cards. Okay, so... no, we top decked a freaking Versus Seeker. I'm just going to play a DC down just in case I actually do manage to get a thing. I'm just going to trap the Shaman there. I don't know. I'm just trying to think of ways at least I can win this. I don't want them to Close Encounter me and then I can lose next turn. I want to at least have a chance at winning, because we can Golbat them, but I really need to top deck something here or I will be in trouble, and hopefully we can do that. Luckily he is weak to Psychic, so maybe if we can get a Crobat here we can kind of take the lead with Crobat. We see the DC go on the Shaman, so we are going to get Sky Return. We see a Birch's Observations getting a Tails, which is kind of annoying because now my opponent will be able to Sky Return for more cards next turn. Or set up, sorry, for more cards next turn. So we're not really looking too good right now. Yet we see a Sky Return for 30, bringing back the Shaman, and yeah, and okay, we still am not top decking a single useful card. The best we could do is swoop across for 20 damage. Unfortunately, we are just not top decking anything, which is bad. Pardon me, we see a Versus Seeker. Probably could grab that Birch. Yep, there we go. And he's probably going to play it. And he gets Heads just to top off the Salt. So this is pretty bad. If we don't top deck something, we are going to lose. And we see him bench a Golett. So this is going to be a Golurk deck, it looks like. So it looks like it's like a Flareon Golurk deck, which is interesting. We see him bench a couple more, another Golett. I think I'm going to Lysander one up, because it does have a big retreat cost, and it's not really going to be a big threat to us. So I'm actually going to Lysander up a Golett and kind of trap it there, and then I guess just go from there and just hope that we get something. Because Golurk is weak to Dark types, so we can actually kind of win here if we can get like an Yveltal going or something. So that's going to be the plan. We just see a Close Encounter for 2 more cards. And we got a Silent Lab. I guess I'll take that. I just really wish I could get something going here. I think I'm just going to Lysander that Golett with no energies on it. Just trap it there. Hope to stall so we can get something. So we'll do that. We'll do that. The Silent Lab is nice because I guess it'll slow my opponent down a little bit. If he gets the Golurk going, I'm probably going to lose. We just need to get at least an Yveltal EX or something. We see a Trainer's Mail from my opponent here. Just grabbing a Versus Seeker. How many Versus Seekers have they used? I swear they've used a couple. Oh, only one. Okay, I thought they've used more for some reason. Are they going to play and grab a Birch, or are they going to try and Smash Punch me? We see a Scorched Earth go down, so rest in peace, Silent Lab play. So, yeah, this is just not looking good for me right now. We are just in a very bad spot. Very, very bad spot. Um, my opponent, then there's the Golurk, but it is going to take a while to get that thing into play. And thankfully, he doesn't have Flareon in play. We see another Golurk go down. Is he going to attach to this Golurk? That is the question. We see a Professor's Letter from my opponent, grabbing 2 cards. We see him grab a Fire and a Fire. This is just not looking good, guys. I don't know if we can win. We have to top deck something, because if not, he'll just set up a Golurk and we'll just get knocked out, and rest in peace, Golbat. Hopefully we top deck something. That is the plan. This is not looking good, guys. We see the Shaman go down for 2. This is just bad. If my opponent next turn get a switch and a DC, it'll be all over for us. We still aren't top decking anything. This is just bad. I don't know if we can win, guys. If my opponent manages to power up Golurk and successfully does something, we are probably going to lose. So, if we don't top deck something, we are done for. This is just not looking good for us, guys. I don't know if we can win. I don't know, guys. We can't top deck anything. I don't know. And we just see him pass, put a DC down. Finally, we get a Birch, and it gets the heads. And, okay, I can live with that. We got the Hammer. We got the Yveltal. We got a lot of good things going for us. And I'm just going to grab Crobat here. I could have grabbed Yveltal, no point. We can actually just skill dive and take down that Deoxys on the bench. Why not? Take a prize card. Get that thing out of the way. We can't actually surprise bite those Golurks, so because it does have that ancient trait ability. Finally, though, we got something, and we can finally get back into this game. So you never know. We might be able to pull off a win now. We see a Shauna. Opponent is playing a lot of cards. They're burning a lot of stuff, too, I've noticed. They played a lot of stuff like Birches, Shaunas. We see the Eevee, so if he can get a Flareon into play this turn, well, not this turn, but next turn, he can probably Blacksmith. But I'm fine with that. I just want to get something here, and I think I'm just... I put the Dark on the baby Yveltal, set up a Darkness Blade, why not? Play down a couple Yveltals, do that. Very explosive hand, holy cow. We can actually just retreat since we're pretty much done with that, and we can just Oblivion Wing for 60 and build up an Yveltal EX on the bench. And yeah, Yveltal EX can kind of just storm through these Golurks now, so I'm not really concerned anymore. The game really did turn around for us. I mean, at first it looks like we were going to lose because we could not top deck anything. We had to rely on a Golbat with Swoop Across to carry us, and we eventually managed to get back into the game. So this is great. We see the Flareon. Is my opponent going to be able to superpower me? But he won't actually knock me out. I just realized. That's actually kind of good. We see a VS Seeker from my opponent, burning a lot of their cards. Probably going to grab a Birch or a Shauna or Blacksmith. Yeah, we see them grab the Blacksmith. They're probably going to play the Blacksmith. Yep, there we go. And they're probably going to put the 2 fires on the active Golurk. Superpower will not knock me out because I am resistant to fighting, and Golurk is technically a fighting type because of its ability. And we're probably just going to see a superpower for 120 damage. And yeah, we'll see what happens here. We won't get knocked out, thankfully. So we can actually KO this Golurk with an Oblivion Wing, which is going to be pretty nice. And yeah, we just see him do that. I'm going to put a Dark on that Yveltal. AZ the Crobat so I can reuse it. I might as well pick off the... oh no, I actually put the damage on the Golurk. What am I doing? That was a misplay, but whatever, it is what it is. I meant to put on the Flareon, but whatever. And we can Oblivion Wing, put an energy onto Yveltal, and now we're looking good. Can my opponent respond with a knockout or not? If he doesn't, this will probably be game. My opponent really just can't do anything at this point in the game. We kind of have him. We got bats going, you know. Oh, yeah, we see him concede. Yep, there we go again, guys. Opponent conceding when they have nothing to do, and ooh, we got a couple knockouts in, which is nice. So, yeah, there's the Yveltal Crobat deck for the standard format. Unfortunately, my opponent conceded again. I couldn't really get the full game in. That happens a lot, though. We're trying to get games. My opponent just concedes. It's annoying. Hopefully, with this new update they do tomorrow for Breakthrough, hopefully they fix that. Hope you guys enjoyed the video. Nonetheless, if you did, hit the like button. Don't forget to subscribe for more PTCGO videos. And I'll see you guys later. Goodbye.